Where do I even start? Probably at the end of August with Jentel's birthday. This was a very nice occasion of meeting up with people again after I had a year full of thesis, work, and isolation. August and September is usually kind of the birthday season with my friends, so I got my nails done for my birthday, which is on the 20th of September, but also because I was finally doing my album cover shoot with one of my close friends who lives in Utrecht. She came all the way to Groningen and we had a lovely shoot. This was probably the last day that I spent in the sunshine, soaking up the sun, enjoying the water, swimming outside. September came, which was the first time I went to Amsterdam to visit my friend Jascha. We used to record my music in Groningen, but he moved to Amsterdam in July. September seemed to mark the start of a new year for me, but I wasn't really feeling it. This year, I didn't even celebrate my birthday, but luckily I celebrated Finn's, my best friend's birthday, a couple of days before mine, and it was really fun. For my own birthday, I went out to brunch with my dad and mom, and I spent the day with my boyfriend thrifting. A couple days later, I went to see Barbie in an empty room, which was amazing. And then I did something in September that was kind of scary. I had my first solo trip ever. I remember on my way there, I felt like puking because the anxiety was rising so much, but I was determined to go here. I went to the south of Italy in a town called Monopoli, and it's right by the sea, and it was lovely weather. It felt so good to eventually be there because, truthfully, around this time of the year, I was very, very anxious all the time. I was getting used to a new start, suddenly being without school for the first time ever in my life, but Monopoly made it all the better because this place was so magical. Been here 2 times before. This place just really got a little place in my heart, together with the lovely pasta that you keep seeing in my footage. These days in Italy were exactly what I needed. Waking up at my own pace, eating delicious food, and then, to my great delight, I was able to swim outside still in the sea, and it was wonderful. Just floating in the salty water, which was so clear and so golden and so blue all at the same time. During this trip, I was constantly journaling by the water, and I feel like I processed probably most of the entire year during this 3 to 4 day trip. Being all alone is not necessarily a difficult thing for me, but it's definitely confronting when you have to take care of yourself. I enjoy my own company. I don't mind eating out alone, but it's definitely confronting to sit with all your feelings in silence. Yet at the same time, you notice so many beautiful things, and what I definitely noticed during this trip was how much I was connecting to my femininity and also other women on this trip. All the women around me during this trip seemed to radiate such a love and light and kindness that really touched my heart and made me remember why I love being a woman and why I love to feel so deeply, because it makes life all the more beautiful. I had so many small, wonderful encounters with lovely strangers, again, mostly women who just really seemed to take me in just for a second. And to be honest, I never wanted to leave this place again. I wished I could stay in the warm waters, in the sun, and make this place my own life. On the way back, I ran into another special woman who had noticed me during my trip, and I could feel my heart opening with every conversation we had. But it was definitely time to go home. Started trying to create a new routine for myself again. And despite of being anxious, I wanted to let people in and go back out into the world instead of isolating.
Language or a language that does not exist. Now sing with them.
By the time October came around, I had started several new jobs, and one of them was a lovely art project that I was really excited to start, but also I used to have a lot of imposter syndrome around this time. We had a lovely late birthday celebration, me and my dad and my sister, because my sister's birthday is a week after mine, and we had a nice little dinner out in the city. Around this time in my life, again, I tried to not isolate myself because that's what I'd been doing most of the year when I had my thesis, and lovely little evenings with friends definitely reminded me of why I was in love with life a long time ago, because honestly, I felt so out of it for a long time after my thesis was done. I had worked so hard that I'd forgotten who I was. I just didn't really feel in touch with myself anymore, so I started to create more space again for the things that mattered to me. And a big step in this was going to an all-time concert favorite of mine. By the time November came around, the art project was finished and we had opened it successfully. It was only around for a small weekend, but I felt really proud and felt like I had made a lot of lovely connections during this project. During this time, the days were getting more cold and the hours were getting shorter, the days getting dark early, and we were slowly starting to prepare for Christmas, which was also really nice, but I still definitely felt like I had things to sort out, and it was definitely time for me to start resting more, and so I did that. I took myself on little solo dates and gave myself plenty of evenings off, sleeping in because that's what my body needed. As December began to rear its head, I started to feel this pull to do some inner work again, because I felt like it was time to start connecting with myself again after a year of being preoccupied with so many external things happening that it was time to focus on your inner world, and that's exactly what winter is for, of course. At the start of December, I was at home a lot, and I honestly wasn't feeling sorry about it. I was a bit under the weather, but also just really wanted to have me time a lot. I was very happy that the first snow was falling, and walking through the city, was so cozy. Mid-December, I started to go out a bit again, also because one of my best friends had her graduation, which was such a lovely and heartwarming day. I was very happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, that clip is just massive. Yeah, I love it.
How does it look in the back?
I like it.
It looks good.
I like it. It's really
Yeah.
cute.
It was nice to meet some of her other friends that I'd never met before, and in general, it was a nice moment to reflect back to my graduation and how far I'd come since that moment in May. And before I knew it, it was already Christmas time again, which was really nice.
Okay,
Waarom maak je een...
Het is een filmpje.
Waarom?
Around the holidays, I can get some anxiety, but in the end, it was really cozy.
Ja. Nee, dus ik las dat en ik denk, oh, dat is inderdaad een mooi cadeau voor jou. Dus,
Ja, het is echt perfect.
ja. Maar dan?
I don't care, I love it.
Nee, precies, het is geen probleem.
Oh, dat is echt gemeen. Thank you man, wauw.
Overall, 2023 was definitely a roller coaster year for me, but I am very excited to see what the next year is going to bring, and I am leaving the energy from 2023 behind me. I've learned a lot, I've experienced a lot, and I'm definitely grateful for all of it. I hope that whoever's watching this, you had a wonderful year too, and you're just as excited to start a new one as me.